Welcome back. On today's Dungeon Design Drive-By, we take a look at Act 5 of what's turned into a campaign called Journey to the Infernal Plane. I'm Mark William, and you're watching Drive-By D&D. If you recall, our adventurers had just escaped the Cursed Crossroads, a terrible place, a village on the outskirts of Avernus, inside the Infernal Plane, where Emperor Mephistar II sends people to die. Our adventurers saved Cain from a hanging cage, an old withered man, 50 years old, who told them that he's the only one who can take them through the Silver Desert that now lays before them, a vast, terrible wasteland that's more ash than sand. The players will follow Cain, who will eventually lead them to this location. Very minimalistic. A few rocks, ash, not much to find here. But the whole point is the central area. It's an oasis. However, when the players investigate, they will discover that the oasis has dried up. Cain is shocked. He's surprised. He cannot believe that this is happening. And now they're basically stranded inside this terrible place with no stopping point to make the rest of the way to Vagabond's Respite, which is a village that Cain is taking them to for safety. So, players might even be questioning Cain's agenda. Is he deceiving them? Did he take them here on purpose? That's another little angle that you can try and thread in there if you like. Other than that, players will then investigate the area. Not much to find. It should be pretty prominent that they do find wolf tracks in the sand, however. And that's the lead, and that's what they're going to follow. That's what their basically only choice is, other than to just wander through the desert and essentially die. If there were indeed wolf tracks here, which players would make a nature check to determine if they are indeed wolves, they would assume, hopefully, that the wolves have water to live. At this point, this is where the setup of this board is very important, very minimalistic, as I mentioned, and we just are going to start moving some things. So the players will follow the tracks. Cain is leading them, and we quickly make some slight adjustments to the board on the fly. And this is a cool idea I got from another channel. I can't quite remember who it was, but it was really cool, where you have the tiled boards underneath, tile boards on top, lots of versatility to get a lot out of a little. So, that being said, players will journey through the hot, terrible wasteland that is the Silver Desert and find a cave. A good old-fashioned cave. They can't quite see from the distance that they're at. And there's not much else to see either. However, unbeknownst to the players, if they attempt to approach the cave, there are stealth wolves in the sand. Desert wolves, as I call them. Hidden, buried beneath their feet. Essentially, I adapted the wolf enemy stats to include a burrow ability, similar to a bulette, or any creature like that. It's a little bit of a twist. Players might not expect wolves to be buried in the sand. The wolves are going to ambush the players if any of them fail their stealth checks, and a combat encounter will ensue. Players will fight the wolves, either live or die. I will roll a d6 to maybe determine how many wolves are in the location, or you could have a preset number depending on how many players you have. Players, hack away at the bone of all the wolves and kill them. They should notice that the wolves look very similar to Dross the Wicked, who, if you recall from Act 2, was a giant direwolf who was engaged in combat with Sir Huxton the Gallant. They were statues, and they were basically magically reanimated, and they had that encounter. Then the players should see that these wolves are very similar to that wolf, because indeed this wolf pack of desert wolves served Dross the Wicked. So players should be thinking, oh, what's going on here? They're getting clues. Things that are happening now they were hinted at earlier in this whole journey. At that point, players will investigate the cave. So go, search, look in, hopefully timidly now that they've been attacked. If everyone passes their stealth check, I suppose you could just let them walk right into the cave, or you could have wolves in the cave too. It depends. If you want the combat to happen, if the game's going slow or fast. However, they will get to the cave and discover that there is actually another portal in this cave. And it's the place where wolves are, in fact, generating from this portal to invade the Silver Desert and help Emperor Mephistar II with his conquest of Avernus and all the leftover people that are there right now. Players will enter the portal and discover that it is a wolf den, separated almost in like a bubble type environment where there are trees and plant life and water where wolves can actually survive. They've made a terrible deal with Emperor Mephistar II to survive, but they have to serve him and kill all the people that the Emperor wants dead. That's basically it for this board. And at this point in this journey through or into the Infernal Plane, we are going to break away from it and develop new content next week. Hopefully in the future I can come back and finish this harrowing tale. But until then, look forward to new content next week. And thanks for watching. Hopefully you can use some of this information or any of these ideas in your campaign. Or hopefully you just enjoyed some of the ideas I presented. Of course, some were from I've gained a lot of knowledge from people on lots of different channels. Some of them are my own, some of them are other people's. So it's been a cool experience to try using everything to make a tight campaign. All right, that's it. So thanks for watching. I'm Mark William. And remember,
all D&D, all day long, all night, till dawn.